Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Cindy Wetu and I'm back with another video. If it's your first time here, please consider subscribing because it will mean a lot to me. And we have a goal. Let's get to 1,000 subscribers. Okay, so it's not long ago when I went to this place called Ngong Road. If you live in Nairobi, you know very well where Ngong Road is, or maybe you've heard of it. I'd like to assume. So on this particular day, I was going to run some errands at what do you call this place? I was going to run some errands at Yaya Center, and then I decided, you know what? Let me go say quick hello to some of the people that I know in that area, and to be specific, around Sita Modley, Marsh Park, that area. There are people that I know, and it had been a long time since I saw them. So I just said, you know, let me finish up and then go say hi. So I got to Yaya Center, did whatever had taken me there, and then I left. I took a bus and it stopped at Posta, if you know where Posta is. So after it stopped at Posta, I walked to where I was going. It was a very nice day. Like, it was not sunny. It was actually cool, not rainy as well, but it was just cool and cloudy. So it was quite a nice day on a Monday. Okay, so after I got to Marsh Park Hotel, I gave my friend a call and told her, oh, I'm around and I'd like to say hi, and found out if she was around, and I went and said hi. She was in the house. So after that, after that, oh my gosh, this looks so bright. Which one did I use? Oh, no wonder. Anyways, it's okay. So after that, after I said hi, I stayed for quite some time, and before I left, and I left her place at around 6:10, because it's quite close to the bus stop. I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna walk to the bus stop and board a bus to town, and then from town I'd go to where I was staying at the time. Of course, I've moved. So as I'm walking, turns out, well, it was in the evening. Disclaimer, it was in the evening, and clearly people are coming from work. Okay, people are coming from work, so there are people all over. There's nothing to be suspicious of. Yeah. So as I'm crossing the road to go board where I'm supposed to, I realize there are people behind me, but this is nothing to be suspicious of because it's rush hour. People are coming from work and so on and so forth. Yeah. So your girl crosses the road, and as soon as I stop, I realize, oh, I crossed the road with, you know, a few other people behind me, which did not bother me at all, actually. So as soon as I stop at the bus stop, which after crossing the road, you have to walk like slightly, like 100 meters or less to the bus stop. So as soon as I got to the bus stop and stood there trying to find to see any vehicle that's coming from, you know, from Junction Mall all the way down, there's these two men. One of them I was familiar with because I had seen him quite a lot in that area, and I used to live in that area before I moved. So one of them says, oh, hey, hi, how are you doing? Long time. And I'm like, I'm fine. And then he's like, how is business in that area? And I'm like, pretty normal. There's there's slightly a decline of sales because of COVID and so on and so forth. When I lived there, I was working in that area too. So that's how he asked. That's why he asked how business was. So I said, yeah, there's a decline because of COVID and so on and so forth. But of course, with time it will pick up. Blah 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 blah. So and then he says, okay, but that's a lie. You guys, even if you're making huge sales, you wouldn't say. I'm like, why would I lie to you anyways? And then I laughed. And then he says, oh, meet my friends, say hi. And then I said, oh, hello. And then I shook the guy's hand, yeah? And then the other one, because we were familiar with each other, he kept on talking. And he said his name, but I can't quite remember his name. So yeah, it's unfortunate. So as soon as the guy shook my hand, like, hello, guess what happened? The other one said, oh, your makeup really looks good. It's funny that I'm doing makeup right now. The other one said, your makeup really looks good, but you're so sweaty. So I'm like, what do you mean sweaty? Like, I had not done much, so I was all over touching my face. Like, what do you mean I'm so sweaty? And then it's quite coincidental that I touched my face using the same hand that the guy shook. You understand? Because the other side I had my handbag and my phone. So as soon as I touched my face, I realized something was off. Okay. So he was like, yeah, that's my friend. And then I realized something was off. I started feeling dizzy. I started feeling like sleepy. I started feeling as if I'm not myself, like my heart rate, and I'm panicking. So at first I was not, I was like, wait, what's going on? In my mind, of course I'm not telling them, but it was like in a minute or less, like literally in a minute, you understand? I started feeling like something is off. So I was sweating, I started panicking. I could not tell them, but I realized it was something that they had done. Of course, it wasn't me. You understand? Sorry, there's someone using the stairs, and they just stood there to hear what I'm saying. It's quite off. Yeah. So I realized it was them because I wasn't feeling any type of way before. So your girl does what? I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to get out of here. I cannot continue talking to these people. So I step I make like 2 steps forward, apart from, further from where they were. And then I look from Marsabit Plaza, if there were any. It's quite I don't know what was happening, but same thing. It's rush hour, vehicles come and they're fully parked. You can't seem to find, a vehicle, and so on and so forth. So I'm like, oh my gosh, something is wrong. These people maybe have dragged me, but I can't think straight also, but I'm panicking. That for a fact, I'm panicking. So, and then one of the guys sees, like, I check and I see a bus coming, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope there is space, and I hope I'll be the first one to hop in. So the vehicle, before the vehicle gets there, like, it's like 2 minutes away, they're still on the traffic lights. So one of the guys says, today is Friday, let's go out and have drinks. I'm like, what do you mean let's go out and have drinks? Okay, first off, I do not know these people. I know their faces. Yes, one of them look very familiar, but I don't know them. Okay, so for one of them to say, like, it's on a Friday, let's go out, what an insult. I mean, you don't know me like that. Okay, what are you trying to say? If you've hung around me, this thing is getting me so upset. Okay, if you've hung around me for a while, you know, I'm not alcoholic, okay? I go out once in a while, but even if we go out, I don't drink that much, okay? So anyways, so this guy tells me, oh, it's on a Friday, let's go out. Let's go, I buy you drinks. Another thing, when I go out, I like to pay for my own drinks. You understand? Unless it's people I know and I know them well, to mean I've been around them for quite a long time, then I can let you cover, hoping that the next time I will cover, or we split the bill. You understand? Because in most cases I just hang out with my friends. Sorry, the kids are playing. I think they've just come out from, come back from school. So this guy tells me that, and I'm in confusion. I can't think straight. I'm panicking, and so on and so forth. So I'm like, oh my gosh, there's nowhere else I can go. It's by the roadside. There's no one I can run to and tell them, oh, I think someone has drugged me, and just settle there. There's no shop where I can buy anything, or water, or milk, or anything to make me just calm down and feel better from whatever they had used. They used chloroform, by the way. So the fact that I could not suspect these people, because I had seen the other guy quite a lot of times when I was working there, and I actually know his name. But anyway, shame on you if you ever happen to watch this video. Don't make me mention your name. Anyways, so yeah, I know this guy. I have shown people. I even went there later on, but let me stick to the story. So what happened is, I see a vehicle coming from Masterbit Plaza, which is not far away, of course. And then it gets to the lights, and then it stops. And remember, I'm still panicking. I'm still panicking. It means that I'm still absorbing, the chloroform. So when they tell me, it's Friday, let's go out and drink, and I'm like, what? I said, yeah, we'll buy you drinks. And then I'm like, are you kidding me? Of course, I'm saying in my mind, but normally I just smile and ignore, or because I'm not, I don't have the strength and the energy to go back and forth with anybody, really. Whether I know you or I don't, I do not have the strength to do such, okay? So I just smile, and now I'm too focused on finding a vehicle. Understand? I knew by all means I need to leave that place, okay? So on to the next part. So guys, forgive me for the background. There's no way I can avoid it. Kids are from school, and they're riding bicycles and playing around. And some of them are with their parents and their assistants, and so on and so forth. So anyways, back to my story. So I'm too focused, and I know by all means I'm not supposed to be around these people. One thing with chloroform, once they tap it on you by whatever means, it could be your shoulder, your hands, anywhere, you lose part of your brain. Can't work, because you'll say yes to anything. So the faster you get out of that place or that environment, or you rush to seek help, the moment you feel something is off, the better, okay? Especially in town and these other public places. So I do what? I move closer to the road, like I'm coming out of the bus stop, like I need a vehicle, okay? At this point, I need a vehicle. I do not care, okay? So immediately when they tell me that, I know for a fact now it sinks in, like, oh my gosh, these people are definitely trying to drag me, okay? So after moving close to the vehicle, and I'm like, please, like I'm trying to beg. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, oh my gosh, help me, I need to get out of here, and so on and so forth. So it happens that God was so on my side. Like the universe was responding. I don't know what you want to call it, but I know for a fact your girl was blessed and rescued at that moment. I needed it so bad, okay? So the vehicle stops, and thankfully it's the bus, you know, the matatus. Guys, if you ever see me in a matatu, say hi. I like to say that because I enjoy using matatus due to the fact that they're very fast. They're always in a hurry, and they will get you where you're going in time. So, that aside, so I'm like, please stop. And then the vehicle stops, and I hope in. Like, literally, it did not even get to the bus stop because I'd walked, you know, 2 steps, like, towards where they're approaching from. So, it stops, and I climb. And the moment I step into the bus, I knew for a fact I'm safe, yeah? And I shout by the window, what do you mean it's Friday, let's go out? It's Monday. I remember I went to work before I came here. What a shame. And then they looked at each other like, what? Like they had failed. Like it was a missed opportunity. Like they had so much planned and they failed. And then one of them clicked and they walked. From there on, as soon as I said that, there was a lady seated next to me who came actually into the next stop, which is around Adams. And then I tell that lady, I think I've been drugged. Some people back there have drugged me. And then she's like, oh my gosh, do this. When we get to town, I will show you a place. You will go buy a bottle of water, drink, and then sit there until you feel better. Let me tell you, it is now 7 something, yeah? When you're getting to town due to traffic and the lights. It is now 7 something. Now I lost it because I am sweating literally. You think I'm getting rained on. I am sweating. I have lost control. I can't think straight. And I'm in confusion full time. Like I had now inhaled this chloroform for a long time now. It's working on me, and I've lost control. You understand? So it happens that we get to town, and no, before we get to town, the lady, after she recommended that I should get a bottle of water to make me feel better, she remembered that she had a bottle of water in her purse. She looked like she was coming from work. And then she gave me that bottle of water. It was a small one, 250 ml, I think. And then I took it and I started feeling better. Though my heart rate was still, was still very, very fast. And then I was still in confusion. But I could, the feeling that you are drunk, but not too drunk. Well, that was the effect that I had, that it had on me. So we could talk, and most of the time I would listen because I wasn't thinking straight. So I took that bottle of water in the vehicle, and then I felt like I could walk. I was staggering, but I could walk. So when we got to town, she showed me, oh my gosh. Yeah, when we got to town, she showed me that I should go to Galitos, that is opposite, is it Highlands restaurant? But I know it's close to Archives, I'm not quite sure. I know it's slightly close to Archives. So I went, got a bottle of water, a big one, 1 liter, cold. Took that water, I sipped that water. By the time I was feeling strong enough to leave, it was midnight. And now I have to walk all the way to Odeon or Koja to go find a vehicle to my place. Midnight. I am a woman. Being a woman, you are vulnerable because the same people who are supposed to protect you and are the same people who make you, they are victims. It's midnight. So I'm like, should I get an Uber? And then at that time, there were so many issues. There were so many cases that had come up from, people who are using these applications. I don't want to mention names because they might think that Yeah, but anyways, at the time, I was like, should I call Uber now or should I call Bolt now? But I decided, you know what, no, I will not. I decided to still use public means because I was like, now I feel better, I'm going to be very careful. And then where I stayed at the time, oh my gosh, guys, just a moment. So me still in that, kind of high state, I decide to use again public means, which takes me home. But let me tell you something that I learned. It be the people you know. It is always the people you never think otherwise. Because sometimes you can be unfortunate, be people's prey, people you do not know. But in most instances, it's the people you know, y'all. The people you know. So yeah. So after I got home, I was so terrified that I did not want to leave the house anymore. I did not, under no circumstance. Like, if I needed anything from outside, I started ordering because of the amount of trauma that I had gone through after the incident. But that's not it. I went back to that place after several months, and guess who I find? That man again. So one thing with this man, okay, I had already communicated with the people that I know in that area and told them this person tried to drug me. And the fact that was not the first time they were trying to drag somebody that area. There was another lady initially that was dragged from an M-Pesa show. She was dragged and was found like several days later, naked, still dragged and high, and she had been sexually abused, multiple times by different men, and she also got sick. Okay, she got infected. You know what I'm talking about. So that kind of thing, it made me suspect that they're the ones who did this thing. You understand? So there were investigations that were launched and stuff and so on and so forth. That woman got terrified that she could not even come back. She left to go live in a country because of such people. And it's quite sad that some of their friends who are also men and fathers know of them and tolerate them because, quote unquote, they are friends. You understand? Like, even if that's the case, why would you hang around someone who does such things to innocent people, to innocent people, and think they'll never do anything bad to you? Why would you tolerate such a person? It makes sense. And the fact that I know you, it makes me take it so personal. You understand? Shame on you, by the way. May your family never know peace. May your children go through the same thing that you're putting people through. May your great-grandchildren and grandchildren and all your ancestry and your lineage, your coming lineage, go through the exact same thing that you're putting women and innocent people through. So when you are at Gong Road, around Marsh Park, be careful. Be very, very, very careful. Those are people that I knew who tried, at least I know one person, like he's very, very familiar to me. Those are people that I kind of was familiar with them and they tried to drag me. How about the people that randomly get dragged in the streets? You understand? And if it happens to one person, it can happen to you as well. You're never an exemption. So be careful, ladies. Be careful. Okay? Even men, be careful. Boys, be careful. Parents, protect your children. Protect your family. Protect them. You understand? Because there are people out here who know nothing about, being just a good human being. You understand? Oh, my makeup is coming into place, guys. See, I'm almost done. I don't know whether I should do my lashes or not, but I'm not decided yet. But just imagine you're out there doing your own thing, and then someone decides to drag you and to put you through such kind of suffering for the rest of your life for something you never did. Okay, kuna watu wenye kona Mungu manze nakwambia. It's not like we are special or anything. We just when God loves you, He'll protect you by all means, but that doesn't mean that you should be careless out there. You understand? So don't be very careful, always monitor your surrounding. And even if there are people you know, you're familiar with, do not ignore anything about them. Like, since then, I'm extra cautious, like extra. I'm not paranoid, but I'm extra cautious. You understand? I can't even let anybody pour my drink. I don't care whether I know you or not. If you're pouring my drink, I have to see it. So, because I have a reason. Okay? So if you know that you are the one, you and your friends and the other people that you do this with, shame on you. And I will pray for you, okay? I will pray for you that you change, but you cannot, I know for a fact you cannot force an adult to change. So that's absolutely on you. But I want to tell you something. If you continue like this, your whole lineage will never know peace. All of it, okay? All of it. You'll never know peace, and your time will come. You'll get caught. You will get caught, okay? So, ladies, women, be very, very, very careful out there. Yeah, and so on and so forth. There's another time they also tried to drag me, but those are these stupid people that, you know, pretend that they've picked money and stuff. One of them tried to call me, but those was never really spray you, so it's up to your common sense, understand? Meantime, just be careful. If you're in Nairobi, in the city, any city really, just be careful. The means that they use to rob people here in this city might be different from, you know, where you are or where you're watching from, but always be on the lookout. Always be on the lookout, because you never know. There are very good people out there, but also there are people who know nothing like humanity, and there are people who are so deliberate into putting people into danger and into suffering. Understand? So you always have to be very, very careful, and do not talk to strangers, however decent. Kwanza huyu alikuwa anavaa nguo safi, unadhani anaenda ofisi. Wapi? Kumbe kazi tu ni kutafuta wanawake wa kudraga, alafu kuambukiza na kuwatendea vibaya. Understand? So be when you're out there as a woman, be very, very careful. And one advice, even if you're lost and you don't know where you're going to, I'd advise you to ask the security guards. Okay, ask the security guards. Don't just approach anyone who's dressed decently. Go walk to a bank, walk to these places that you know. Even if you come the following day, you'll find these people. Just go there. Or if you can't find a bank or wherever, go to these people who sell items that you know. Or these people, of course, another day you can come and find them stationed there. Pretend or buy something that is cheap from them, because most of the things that are being sold in the States are quite actually cheap. Pretend like you're buying something, and then even buy it and then ask them, or do you know where I could get this? Do you know where I could board a vehicle to this place? Rather than approaching a random person who's dressed casually or smart, or you think they're decent, or people who was just walking with you on the street, and then thinking they would help you. No, most of these people, actually, you are targets. They are targets. They will con you. Some of them are the ones that, cut women breasts and sell. Some of them are the ones that, traffic women for videos and stuff, the bad kind of things. So yeah, just approach the security guards. Or if I'm lost, do you want to know who I ask? I normally just walk to the police officers, the traffic officers. I just go there and like, oh hello, excuse me, do you know where I could do this? Do you know where I could find this? Do you know where I could board such and such a vehicle? Yeah. So traffic officers, security guys that work at the bank, or the hookers that sell. After you've bought something, of course they'll feel nice and they'll give you directions, okay? And if someone gives you direction and it doesn't make sense, go to the next one, the next person that you find and just confirm. Yeah, and out. I hope you've enjoyed the video and you've learned something. Watch out for those that are around you, especially those that just randomly smile with you and you think they'll never harm you or whatever. watch out for those people. Watch out. I am not paranoid, but I'm extremely careful, because I know at the end of the day, it starts with me. Like, what role did I play? Was I easy? Was I very receptive? You understand? So you have to watch out for yourself, and also spread this to people that might need it. You understand? So ask your friends, your sisters, your children to be very careful, especially when they go to these open areas like town and slightly past town. Be very, very, very careful. Okay, do not just talk to random people. If you are not, if I was to be unfortunate enough and fall for that prey, that could have been a burden that I would have to live with for the rest of my life. Helps. So question everything and do not just say yes. It's okay. Say no as many times as possible. Happy with it. Stay tuned for more more real life stories and experiences, because I'm going to upload another one, a very informative one, much better than this, I think, because that one you don't want to miss it. If you've watched all through, thank you so much for staying tuned. I'm sorry for the interruptions that I had here and there. I hope you totally understand. And yeah, until next time, please remember to subscribe and share, because you never know whose life you're saving. So thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye bye, and see you soon.